This is a tire review of the Shinko E-805 50/50 biased adventure bike tire. I currently have 5,200 miles on this tire. Approximately 1,200 of those were doing it off-road. And I will go through my thoughts on this tire, how it performed, the different conditions that I rode it in. So stick around and we'll go through the tire. I've ridden this tire in a variety of different conditions. I've spent a lot of time on the road on the tire. I've spent a lot of time in the rain on this tire, and I have to say that this tire has performed really well in heavy rains. I've had no drama, and it's been the only bike on the road, which is an indication of just how bad it's been. But I needed to get places. So off-road, I run the tire around 32 to 34 PSI, and it has been a fantastic tire. I've never had issues with traction. If anything, if I don't want traction, I have to work to break this tire loose. It's actually been a fantastic tire. I'm not running the E-804 front tire. I'm trying to finish off the Pirelli Scorpion Rallye tire that I had, so I matched these tires up. I know some of you out there are saying don't mismatch tires. Well, that's okay for you. For me, I wanted to try a different rear tire, and I didn't have any issues with traction. I don't ride hard. I'm fairly conservative when I'm on the road. Off-road, I thought it was a good combination. I started deflating the front tire down to about 24 PSI, and it performed really well with the lower tire pressures in all of the different conditions I was in. With this tire, I did run it in very light mud, nothing heavy, and it would slide around a little bit, but nothing too bad. If you are anticipating that kind of riding and you know that the bike is going to slide around on you, you can prepare for it, and it's not a big deal. I'll take the tire off and then give you a good profile view of the tire off the bike and continue talking about my thoughts on it. Just like that. Alright, you can see the profiles squared off pretty good. I did a lot of road miles on this tire just because that's the trips that I had. Okay, there's a wear bar. I don't know if the lighting's going to get enough. I'm almost down to the wear bar. I didn't have some trips that were coming up that were going to be 1,000+ miles. If I was just going to be tooling around town or just some short day rides, I'd probably keep the tire on a little longer. But I've got some longer rides, and I need to get it changed now while I have time. So here's what it looks like from the side. And even though there doesn't look like there's much tread, I was off-road yesterday, just real lightly, and it still hooking up just fine, and I didn't even bother lowering the tire pressure. I could, if I needed to, take this further, but I don't. Last thing is, I noticed after about 4,000 miles, this tire started losing air pressure quite a bit overnight. It'll lose anywhere from 15 to 20 PSI depending on temperature changes. So that's also a problem when I'm doing long distance travel. I don't want to have to get the air compressor out every single morning to air up my tire, or be concerned that I've got a puncture somewhere that I couldn't find. So that's the tire. I'll show you some of the conditions that I've ridden it through on this video itself, and give you an idea of just how good this tire is. Price wise, I paid $150 for it, and it has been worth every penny. If you compare it to some of the other off-road tires, and for the life of it and the traction that I got and the road handling, it was pretty fantastic. The other thing I'll notice is these side lugs. I rode the TKC 80, was the first knobby that I had ran on the big bike, and I noticed it after about 4,000 miles. These side lugs, you could feel them bend over when you're cornering hard, and I never noticed that on these tires. As hard as I cornered, they always hooked up, and I never felt like they were giving or flexing. Here's an example of rocky sections I rode, including a freshly graded forest road. I'm in the front, riding over wet, rocky sections were no problem. These tires had no problems paddling right through the sand. Here's the Shinko E-805 rear tire. This is a quality tire if you're looking to do a lot of off-road and don't want to spend a lot of money.